morning everybody, welcome back to another studio vlog. Hope you're all doing really well. Today is the 13th of February, so tomorrow is Valentine's Day. How exciting is that? I hope you're all loved up. By the time you get this video on Sunday, Valentine's Day will be well and truly finished and dealt with. So today is going to be a busy day in the craft room. I have got lots to do. I've got a big order for cake toppers from a shop. Sorry if this is a little bit wobbly. I'm struggling at the moment. I've moved my desk around and my desk is super wobbly, and I'm not sure how to stop it. So I apologise for that. So I've been making these cake toppers for this order. Let me just show you what I've done so far. So we've got all of these and then all of these, and they're basically like my normal ones, but I've added a second layer. That one's not a very good example to show you because you can't really see it on the camera. That one's quite good. So this is a blue and white one. Obviously we are in Birmingham, so Birmingham City's colours, up the blues, keep right on, blue and white. So we sell a lot of blue and white. So I'm doing this one for the shop as well. But what I've done, normally they're just a single layer because they're like a budget one, but I've decided they're just too flimsy, so I'm going to make them a little bit stronger, add an extra layer of card. It doesn't really cost that much extra, but it just makes that cake topper so much more substantial, because if you look at this is one that is how it used to be. Look how floppy it is. And when it's, I mean, it's fine, but from a quality point of view, from my point of view, I just want it to be a little bit stronger. So that's what I've done, and I've just made them stronger. So I'm going to put all these onto cards today and get them all sent off to the store that has ordered those. We've got all those. I need to nip down to Asda to get some supplies for another project as well. I have a big balloon job tomorrow. I'm decorating it in a hotel with 2 sets of LED lights. So they are going to be decorated with, I think it's black and gold. I haven't even opened the box yet. They're black and gold, hopefully, all the way up and over the numbers. So I've got that to do. There's 2 sets of those, and I'm on a bit of a tight deadline schedule with those because I can't get in the room until 4 PM and the event starts at 7. So I'm going to have to really crack on with that. I might start today at home making up some of my 5-inch clusters to go in those, because they take a long time to make, so it'll be quicker and easier if I can get those bagged up into some bin bags and get that done. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, we've got Etsy orders as well to do today, so I need to get them done and out in the post. I'm running a 1 to 2 days processing schedule currently, so Monday to Friday is 1 to 2 days, whereas of the weekend I don't have anything on there. So if you ordered on a Friday night from me, it would say that it wouldn't be shipped until Monday at the earliest, and I think my last shipping day for a Friday order at the moment is Tuesday. So I've got to get those done today. What else have I got to say to you? Not a lot really. You might be able to tell I've had a bit of a cold this week. I was a bit off colour Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yesterday I felt a lot better. Monday was my worst day, and I had to go out delivering first thing in the morning, and it was awful. I just was not in the right frame of mind for it. As I said earlier, as I said earlier, I have moved my desk around and I like it a lot better. The Cricuts are now behind me, so they're easier for me to just swivel around and get to. The bookcase is now here. So this used to have the Cricuts on it, but now it's here, and it's got all my bits and pieces, all my important stuff on there. What else have I got done? I don't know really. I've moved, as I say, I've moved this round and I do like it better, but the other side is just a tip because I haven't actually tidied it. I got rid of a lot of stuff that was underneath my desk because my desk was a bit of a dumping ground. So all that's under my desk now is my 2 coloured paper stack drawer thingies and my big bin, so that I'm hoping to try and keep it that way, because at the moment I can stretch my legs out and it's lovely. It's like being in a first class flight. And it's comfy. I've got a lot more light because I'm facing the windows. The light bulb as well shines directly onto my desk, so it's all working out pretty darn good at the moment. So I am going to crack on with the day. I think what I'm going to do is to put these away, clean up my desk a little bit because there's glitter on it, and then what I'm going to do is get my Etsy orders done and dusted, and then nip down to Asda and get the rest of the things that I need for this other project. So I'm going to put these to one side for now, up on the bookshelf, get some things tidied up, and then we'll crack on. So join me for a couple of days of working alongside me in my small business. Right then, I have posted all of the cake toppers off. I have walked the dogs. I've been to the supermarket. Now I need to go through my box of balloons for tomorrow, make sure I've got everything that I need, including ribbons, bags and all that sort of stuff. So let's go and do that now. So we've got some black bags, we've got some white bags. So the white bags are bigger so that if I wanted to make up some of the columns tomorrow before I go, I could do that. And the black bags are to put the 5-inch clusters in that I said I'll probably prepare before we go as well. So I've got a 1,000 count bag of 5-inch black Kalisan. Then I have got a 500 count bag of Mirror Gold Kalisan. I absolutely love the Kalisan blues. They're so nice to work with. Then I have got a couple of bags of 12-inch gold Mirror Kalisan. Then I've got some 260 Qs because I'll need those for my clusters of 5-inch. Then I have 2 bags 12-inch Kalisan in black. And then these ones are 18-inch and 24-inch. Now I won't use very many of those, but they're good to have on hand if I wanted to put in like a filler balloon at the bottom of the design. And then in here as well, there's some Latex black as well, which I may use, but probably won't. It will only be if I run out of the Kalisan, which hopefully I won't, because I think there's something like 250 of those there. Then I've got a black ribbon. I have also got some fishing line. This is good in case I wanted to attach anything to the numbers because I can use it without it being seen. Pair of scissors, and then I've got the spare balloon pump from the shop. I also will take mine, which I'm not actually sure where mine is. Oh, it's down there, so I'll need that. But then I've got everything else that I need. I think that is all sorted, so that's a job well done. Let's pop it all back in there now. Good morning everybody, it is the next day. It is now Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day everybody. Hope you've all had a lovely romantic morning so far. I am working today on the job that I said about yesterday, so I've got to start inflating all those balloons. I'm going to get as much done as I can and take as much as I can with me because I've only got 2 hours today to actually set this up because the place that we're going to has got another event in that room up until 4 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock is when we can get in there. So 2 hours really for me to get everything done and dusted is a bit tight, but hopefully if I get everything done here and inflated beforehand, it's going to save me a heck of a lot of time. I've got another few Etsy orders to do, and I've got a balloon to make up as well, so we're going to get all that done. And then I will probably call it a day with the filming. So I'll take you along to this job this afternoon. Yesterday afternoon actually, when I got back, I made these prom glasses. I don't know whether you can see. So I've put the name on and it says Prom 2025. That's the girls' champagne flute, and then I've got the boys' pint glass, which again has got the name, and then the Prom 2025. I wasn't sure whether to put that at the bottom or whether to put it on the side. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think about that, but I quite like that. It's kind of funky. I don't know whether to do them on Etsy or just in the shop, to be honest, because I'm not sure about posting out glass stuff. It could be a headache, couldn't it? So, right, first things first then, I'm going to crack on, get some food, get some breakfast, and then I'm going to start with the balloon first, I think, then the cake topper orders for Etsy, then I'm going to start on the balloons. So, we are absolutely organised and ready for the day ahead. I'm just working on the design then for this baby balloon, and this is what I've got to work with. So the lady drew this onto a balloon packet in the shop yesterday and gave it to Harley because that's what she wants on there. So presumably it's this sort of thing. So I've put together this design and I've used the font Seagull Standard Light, which I think is quite nice. I've not used this font before on a balloon, but I actually really quite like it. The only thing I do need to work on is the sizing. I'm doing this on a 24-inch clear Qualatex Deco bubble. So it's quite a big balloon with quite a lot of space for design. But obviously it's not 33 centimetres wide. So I do need to work out my sizing. But I think this is what I'm going to go with. I got these 2 little dashes from the images menu. So if I just clicked here and then I just clicked into the search box and typed in dash. And I think it was actually that one there that I chose. And then just go back to the canvas, and all I've done is duplicated it, and I have just flipped it so that it is opposite to the one on the other side. But I'm quite pleased with how that looks. It's going to be done in a brown vinyl, which is a interesting choice, but maybe it will look good once it's done. We'll do it together later on, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like when it's finished. I ran that through twice because it wasn't cutting. I realised this vinyl is Arteza, it's from Amazon, and when I first started with my Cricut I bought 2 packs of this to get started with because I didn't really have any experience of what was the best sort of vinyl to use for balloons and things like that, and I bought this just because it was a big pack. I think you got something like 40 sheets of different colours for £20, and I thought it was pretty good value. But I'd forgotten how thick it actually is. It's a really thick vinyl, and premium outdoor vinyl setting didn't touch it at all, so it just needed to be run through for a second time. The only problem with doing that excuse me, is going to be when I come to get this off onto the backing paper onto the transfer tape, there's a good chance that it's going to have cut through the backing paper, so it does make it quite difficult to get off. Now this is a bit of a difficult one to weed. You wouldn't think it is, but because the letters are actually quite small, it is a bit more dodgy to do. You just need to concentrate on it really. I'll show you what I mean about that, cutting through the backing paper. So before I weed this off, you can see, I don't know whether you can see actually thinking about it, but oh, actually you can here for sure. So here, can you see where it's actually cut all the way through that backing paper with this? It must be on the second pass to be honest with you, but it will have done the same in other places on here. So the backing paper's really thin and the vinyl's really thick. Riddle me that one. So I'm going to just get this all weeded out, and then I'm going to pop it onto the balloon, and then we're ready to go over to our job and get started doing the installation for that. The lights are arriving at 2 o'clock now, and it is 1:15, so it's going to take me about half an hour to get over to the place where it is. It's actually not far from the delivery I did the other week on the Friday. It must be a Friday thing over there. So I'll just finish this off and then we'll crack on. We're going over to there. It looks quite nice actually, looking at it now. Can't really tell it's brown, can you? It looks more black, but it looks nice, even if I say so myself. So these are basically the basis for the design to start with. You might have noticed that I did size the bottom layers of both of these towers, and the reason for that is because I want them to sit nice and flat on the floor. And if I'd have done them organically, and by that I mean if I had have resized them randomly, they could be a little bit wobbly or a bit wonky. These are roughly the height of the LED numbers which are at the party tonight. So there's 2 sets, so this is basically to go up the one side, and then what we'll do is put in some mini balloons and some bits and pieces to accessorize them. And then across the top here, you're going to have them coming over the top of the numbers. So this is the basis for them to start with. So I'm going to put the weights on them now, and then I'll put them in some bags ready to go later on, and then we can put all the nice bits and bobs onto them when we actually get to the venue this afternoon. So this is the finished article on the 18, and what I decided to do was go with the additional clusters just there on the number 1, and then the arch over the 8, rather than going all the way across both of the numbers. I just thought that that made it look a little bit more interesting. It's a little bit dark, so you can't really see it all that well, but it does look absolutely amazing. And then over this side we've got a number 50, which again looks brilliant. Now this one looks a little bit more like angled, I suppose, and that's because the number 50 hasn't got the slanted edge on it. So if you look at the 8, that's got a slanted edge coming up to the top of that number, whereas this one is a 90-degree bend on the top, so it was more difficult to get that to fit and to sit in there. And then we've gone again with a separate cloud over here on the 0, which just looks absolutely brilliant. And what I've done in order to fix that onto there, let's just go around the back of these numbers. We've got some 260 Qs, and they just come down, and I've just stretched them around the light bulb fixings, so they're not going to do any damage to these numbers at all, but it's going to hold them in place. And there's 2 of those on there, and that's created a really nice tight anchor for that. And as you can see, I haven't put any 5-inch on the back or anything like that, because obviously this is the back side. Hopefully people won't be looking at that, but then you've got all of the nice stuff all going on around the front. So I'm really pleased with how this one's turned out. It looks lovely, and I'm just waiting for the okay from the lady whose party it is, and then I'm going to go off and collect Shelby from university.